coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jackson on first down.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Texans, first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
47, Mike, 47. Blue down.
Jackson now, throwing again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check, 47. Get him. Check, Mike 47.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now with Smith. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Mike is set.
A 1st down carry for Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch left. He's done right there.
To throw is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Texans. You're set. 19. Too low. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson, and the Texans have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check safety, check safety.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Jackson. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Set, cut, and read. Check Mike 47. Echo, echo. They're running it. 47, go. 47 to Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 2nd down, it's Smith. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike set. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. And 50. Mike 50. Got him. Look.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Okay, ready? 93 is the mic. All day, every day, any day. Kill. Shut up.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He's set. 19. You.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Reset. 10-18.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike, reset. 10-18. Hey, run the screen.
Watson just beating the play clock. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, here's Trevor Daniel. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They begin the drive with Hines. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
47.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check back 50. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
They'll run with Smith. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I got you. Nice thing. Go. 52.
Don't get nervous.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go. Mike's 47.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On second down now, it's Hines. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Even. 4 down, even.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, 41 Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Jackson to the left side here for Eifert. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, it's Hines. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Third and 2, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
52's the mark, boy. 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. That's it. 52.
On second and 7, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go one more.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now here's Ross. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the draw, this is Smith. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Motion! 50's the mic.
On the ground, this is Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down and 4, Watson forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming. I'm to the pass. 50, Mike, 50.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
They'll try the air now with Watson. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A shotgun snap for Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
The 44-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Yo. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Airing one out for Boyd. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey. 4 down. Keep 15. Hey, 4-1's Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And some space here. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Hines on a toss play. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Loss of 6 brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
He's coming. Double up.
They run again with Hines. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go back to the ground with Smith. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On first down, it's Watson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind? with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all time.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You must be dreaming. Hey, we got Mike 50.
Throwing again is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. It's a first down on a gain of 10. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, this is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Watson. Smith catches left side. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
1st down, Texans.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Go Mike 50. Mike 50.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kavari Russell. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.